We are going to continue on with our survey of doctors. And this time the problem asks us to give the 90% confidence interval. So let's go back to our StatCrunch. We're going to follow the same steps as we did in our one proportion test. We're going to go to proportions, one sample with summary. Again, our number of successes were the 133 doctors. Our number of observations were the 150. This time I want to change it to a confidence level. And this problem asks for the 90%, so we're going to change it to 0.9. And we're just going to leave our method as is. So click next and then calculate. And there we are given our confidence interval. I'm just going to flash back to our notes here, and I've written our confidence interval out. Remember, we enclosed in parentheses, we put our lower limit first with a comma and then our upper limit. And basically this tells us that 90% of the time, if I would conduct a similar study, such as studying 150 doctors that were chosen by a simple random sample using similar methods, 90% of the time I would get a proportion somewhere between 84 and 93%. So between 84 and 93% of the doctors would recommend aspirin if a patient complained of headaches. So obviously our confidence interval for the most part lies behind our 90% or a 9 out of 10, but it was not enough evidence in our one proportion test, excuse me. In our one proportion test, we got a small or a high p-value, so therefore we could draw no conclusions. And this also we can't draw any conclusions based off our confidence interval because some of the values are below, some of the values are above that 9 out of 10 or 90%.